Welcome to AntMyERP. This video shows how to generate invoices on AntMyERP. There are two types of invoices. One is automated invoice and other is manual invoice. This video explains how to generate both. To generate invoice, go to Finance module. The left-hand side icons will change. Click on Sales Invoice. Multiple tabs will appear. All the invoices that were generated in the system, which have been accepted, will appear in the Accepted tab. Here it is shown whether the invoice generated is from auto mode or manual mode. Second is Pending Invoice. Pending means that invoice has been generated in the system, but has not been accepted yet. It will not be accepted until the invoice number is given. Next is Pending MPS Invoice. POS is point of sales where invoice can be generated directly. These are the options to see how many invoices have been cancelled and how many have been deleted. To generate invoice, click on the option of Generate Invoice in the right-hand side. There are so many types of invoices in the system which are automatically generated. Click on Sales before to generate it. If any sales invoice has to be generated on today's date, click on Generate Invoice and it will run. Click here or refresh and all the invoices will be increased. Here one invoice has been increased. Darshan's invoice has been automatically generated. Click on invoice number to view it. The product, the amount, everything can be seen here. Here is the total invoice. In this invoice, description, amount, GST details, etc. can be checked. The invoice number has not been generated yet, because the finance team has not given the approval. Once the finance team accepts it, it will go to the Accepted tab, and then it will get an invoice number. This is the process of generating auto invoice. Different type of invoices like sales after, unit before, unit after, and so on can be automatically generated in the system. The second option is to generate manual invoice. The manual invoice is purely tax invoice. Click on Add Invoice here. Click on Tax Invoice. In Tax Invoice, the name of the customer and all other details have to be selected manually. Here is the invoice number, and it can be changed along with the date. The name of the person is on the invoice. The customer's company needs to be added. In the Add Items section, any product can be added. This is not connected to the product master, because it is purely tax invoice. In the same way, the invoice can be created here. The system needs to bifurcate between manual and auto. Go to the Accepted to see how much is auto invoice and how much is manual. The invoice number, sales, invoice type sales is seen here. Below this, rental is visible. If it is MPS, then MPS will be visible. If it is AMC, then AMC will be visible. The date, the name of the customer, the branch. The product, the amount, created by, cancelled by, the time of the last action taken is all visible here. The invoice generated has been auto or manual will also be specified here. Whatever invoice is seen here has been auto-generated. If it was manual, then manual would be written here. This way, how many invoices have been auto-generated and how many invoices have been manually generated can be identified. This is how an auto invoice and a manual invoice can be generated in the system. Third is the semi-auto invoice. A semi-auto invoice is 50% automated and 50% manual. Click on plus sign here. Any of these options can be selected. If an invoice needs to be generated from sales to unit, then 50% will be auto and 50% will be manual. If the details are needed to be filled, it will be manual. Select a contract number here. The challan number against that contract number will be filled automatically. And all the products against that contract will come automatically with pricing. The pricing can be changed, but only if there is no product in that contract. It is not possible to add the product here. For example, add any contract here. That contract has 1020 and 7860. So both the products will be shown here. Whatever amount is put in the proposal or contract, that amount will be shown here. But it is not possible to add a third product which is not in the contract other than its two products. Go and add it in the contract first, then an invoice can be made here. This way, 3 types of invoices are made in the system. Auto invoice, manual invoice, and semi-auto, which is 50% auto, 50% manual. So in this way, all the invoices of sales can be managed. To use the auto facility, just click and run the clone, and the invoice will be generated automatically. Thank you.